We welcome you live to the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletic Center here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County. So we are getting set for men's basketball action as the Dragons of Howard Community College visit the homestanding CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Hello folks, this is Isaac Donski here, ready to bring you all of the action. And for those of you who are wondering, where have I been the last two games? Well, funny story. 2 games ago, I bowed out in the middle of the game after apparently finding myself catching some sort of illness and struggling to catch my breath. Yeah, it turns out that was a bout with COVID-19. Don't worry, I'm okay though. Been tested negative. A nice recovery. I'm glad to be back behind the mic. Had a great women's game to kick off this doubleheader, and we're getting set for the men's game. This should be a fun one. The Cardinals are 10-14 on the season, 3-6 in conference play. It's been a roller coaster year for them, up and down. They're coming off a tough 93-90 loss to the College of Southern Maryland. Leading the way for the Cardinals has been the always dominant Keith Bullock Jr., star point guard, and leading the team in points, assists, and steals. The team's got some tough sophomore players, though, one of them being the always dangerous Christopher C.J. Johnson, leading rebounder for the team, and tied for blocks with Austin Smith. Some key players to keep an eye out tonight for the Cardinals as they are trying to get their season back on track entering this final stretch. Their opponent, the Dragons of Howard Community College, one of the best teams in Region 20. They sit with a 17-5 record. At 7-1 in conference play, they're arguably one of the best teams in the entire conference. They're coming off a 68-59 victory over Montgomery College, another top team in the conference. So they pretty much have been having a great season. Their lead player, they've got a ton of players to keep your eyes out for. There's Andrew Mills, the leading scorer for the team. Kobe Baptiste, a dangerous player in the paint. Benjamin Murphy, their star point guard. And I mean, this is going to be a very tough team to play against, as we had a little scary moment there. So one of the Catonsville players who was warming up, his ball nearly crashed into our broadcast booth. That would have been wild. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game.
He's going to sit right here so that he can listen to Isaac and hear what's going on. Okay?
I'll give us 1 second, folks.
I can get another chair. You can just sit. Can you see that? Go ahead and have a seat there right on the bench behind you. All right. All right, you okay with that? You just speak for him? I think this might be better than a chair. Are you okay, Austin? I'm great. Okay, cool. All right.
Austin. Hi, it's a pleasure. Yes, sir. I'll do my best to give you a picture of what's going on.
So, are you the announcer too?
No, I'm the play-by-play. PA announcer's on the other side, but you should be able to hear him throughout the game.
Okay. What like the play-by-play? Obviously, you're telling me stuff, but where is it going to?
Oh, so we are live streaming on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll go through starting lineups and everything like a normal game?
Yeah, I'm about to do that right now, so. All right, folks, we got the starting lineups all set for you. Let's start with the visitors. The Dragons of Howard Community College, who are going to be wearing maroon uniforms with gold numbers tonight. Starting at guard will be a sophomore from Manassas, Virginia, graduate of Osborne Park High School, number 1, Ethan Wilson. Starting at guard, a freshman from Razorstown, Maryland, graduate of Franklin High School, number 10, Benjamin Murphy. Starting at guard, a sophomore from New Carrollton, Maryland, graduate of Parkdale High School, number 21, Kobe Baptiste. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Manassas, Virginia, graduate of Fork Union Prep School, number 22, Marquise Freeman. And starting at forward, a freshman from Owings Mills, Maryland, graduate of Newton High School, number 33, Andrew Mills. The Dragons are led by head coach Mike Smelkinson and assistant coaches Will Thomas, Terrell Willis, Al Moraz Jr., and Robert Davis III. Now here are the starters for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. They'll be in their home whites with red numbers, black trim. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Nassau in the Bahamas, graduate of St. George's High, number 0, Christopher C.J. Johnson. Starting at guard, the floor general for the Cardinals, sophomore from Washington, D.C., graduate of Cardozo High School, number 1, Keith Bullock Jr. Starting at forward, a sophomore from Randallstown, Maryland, graduate of Randallstown High School. The big man in the middle, number 15, Austin Smith. Starting at guard, a sophomore from Owings Mills, Maryland, graduate of Newton High School, number 23, Maurice Money Smith. And starting at guard, a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Baltimore City College High School, number 25, it's the sharpshooter, Jalen Yates. We'll be back in about 3.5 minutes with the start of today's game.
Really good, like, I hope I don't play today, but I know I'm going to play today.
Yes, I'll be in the press box for softball and baseball, but yeah.
And then the days you be like, oh, I want to play today, and then you don't play.
That shit gonna be like summer ball.
Yeah.
Like travel ball.
That's what it is, travel all over again.
Every game, nigga. The way I see it, it be like, you got Monday, let's say, you got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock, Friday.
Yeah.
You lose your bracket, 8 o'clock, game right there, game right there. Like grabbing it.
So this year we're traveling Hello this year.
Yeah, I heard. I heard y'all had a lot of Hello away back.
They flipped. My first year we're Hello away. My first year, I said, this shit is cool. I think we're going about 6 in the morning. On a Friday, 6 in the morning, Saturday, 6 in the morning, Sunday. You're like, dang. Long drive.
That's gonna be good. Sleep.
No service sometimes.
I drove through Hagerstown going to Virginia.
You go on the road for like 3 or 4 hour drive, you get sleep. Quiet. That's right. We talked one time, he was on your
You're not in the van like for that long.
That way, so we don't think we background noise.
Tell me when I'm free to speak.
I will.
About set to get underway here. Big test for the Cardinals. We're going to turn it over to PA announcer Richard Keller, voice of the Cardinals, to introduce the starting lineups. I turn the mic over to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a pleasant good evening. We welcome you to the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County for this afternoon's men's basketball game featuring our visitors from Howard versus homestanding Catonsville. Before we introduce
All right, folks, just about set to get underway here. Cardinals, white home jerseys, red numbers, black trim. Howard, maroon jerseys with white trim and beige numbers. The Dragons will be moving from left to right on your screen. The Cardinals from right to left. At center court for the tip-off will be Andrew Mills and Austin Smith. Crucial game for the Cardinals if they want to keep pace in the race for the Region 20 standings. Meanwhile, Howard, one of the best teams in the region, as there's the tip, we're away. The tip actually hit one of the refs in the head. How about that? We're underway. Possession will start with the Dragons. Wilson hands it off to Murphy, back to Wilson, back to Murphy now. Murphy guarded by Yates. He's trying to find an opening. Manages to get it to number 22 in the paint, who scores. Marquise Freeman with the first points of the night, and the Dragons strike first. Good play there. Cardinals on the response. Reese with the ball, moving up court. He's heavily guarded. They're going for a full court press right off the bat. And Reese, there's a violation, 10-second violation, and Howard is going to get possession. So a quick mistake there for the Cardinals as they pressured Maurice Smith. Benjamin Murphy will inbounds it for the Dragons as the ref is asking them to reset the shot clock to, are they trying to reset it to a full 30? No, to 20. It's going to be a 20-second shot clock. Back underway we go. Murphy flips it out to Mills. Mills gets it to number 21, that's Baptiste. Here is Mills once again. Lots of quick passes. The Dragons are going for a very aggressive strategy here. They get it out to Wilson. Wilson tries to pull up. He gets it into Mills. Mills with a second on the shot clock misses. The Cardinals can't get the rebound. And now possession goes back to the Dragons. Here is Baptiste. Baptiste fires it off to Freeman, who puts up a three, won't go. Rebound grabbed by Bullock, but it's stolen away by the Dragons. This Howard team coming out very aggressive here in this opening minute. As we have a whistle on the court, let's see what it's for. The referee is going to warn the coach for the Dragons. I think he was not pleased with how far out the coach was standing on the court. I think he warned him, get back on the bench. So the Dragons will keep possession here, 17 seconds on the shot clock. A very aggressive start for this Howard team. They're passing the ball so fast, I'm having difficulty keeping up with it. I'm going to try my best. Quick pass out to number 10, Murphy. Murphy gets it into Mills. Mills is fouled and he scores anyway. He'll go to the line to shoot an extra shot. See who the foul was on. It's on Austin Smith, his first and the team's first. So Andrew Mills will shoot one as he was able to bank that shot in. 4-0, an early lead here for the Dragons, as they've come out extremely aggressively in these opening minutes. Mills will miss his free throw. Keith Bullock with the rebound. Now the Cardinals going to try to do what they do best, slow down the pace of the game. Here's CJ, gets to midcourt, gets it to Reese. Reese gets it to Yates for the corner for three, off the rim. Rebound snagged out of midair by Benjamin Murphy, and the Dragons back on the attack. Jalen Yates, he takes a lot of shots, and while he is a sharpshooter, he can hit those shots. He also misses quite a few, too. His Achilles heel, if you will. Here's Murphy, guarded by Reese. He flips it out to Freeman. Freeman gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste gets it to Wilson. Wilson back out to Freeman. Deep three with 6 on the shot clock. Won't go. Rebound tipped into the air. Still bounced around. Somebody grab it, and Murphy will. So the Dragons get another fresh shot clock. They are just gobbling up rebounds. Here is Murphy. He tries to get it to Mills for the alley-oop, but Mills wasn't able to get there in time. Ball goes out of bounds, and possession will go to the Cardinals. Bullock will inbounds it for Catonsville. He gets it out to Reese. Reese out to CJ. CJ gets it to Yates. Deep passes. Cardinals trying to avoid that full court press. Oh, Yates got forced. He stepped out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Dragons. They double team Yates, pushed him into the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. And this Howard team showing exactly why they're one of the best teams in Region 20. Just 5 losses on the season, only 1 in conference play. They're a tough opponent, and this Cardinals team is experiencing that firsthand. Here's the response. Murphy passes it to Mills. Mills trying to break it to the paint, stolen away by Keith Bullock. What a spin. Bullock shrieking down the court, trying to go coast to coast, lays it up and in. Keith Bullock Jr. and the Cardinals get on the board. What a play by Keith Bullock Jr. There's a reason he's the most dangerous player in white out there. 4-2, the score here. With about 17.5 minutes to go. Oh, CJ, big block. Dragons had pushed into the paint, and CJ with a nasty block. Here's Freeman, and he nails a three-pointer off the rebound. Makes it 7-2, and now the Cardinals, they fumbled the inbounds pass. It's knocked out of bounds. Possession will stick with Catonsville, though, as they're going to rule that Wilson was the last to touch it for the Dragons. And this Cardinals team, you can tell they are not used to the speed of the Dragons. We do have a substitution. As entering the game for the Dragons comes number 12. That is freshman forward O'Meach Wilson from Glen Burnie, Maryland, graduate of North County High School. As Wilson checks in, referees waiting to restart here. 17 minutes to go here in this first half. The score 7-2 in favor of the Dragons. CJ passes it to Bullock off the inbounds pass. Bullock scythes his way through traffic. Bullock gets it to Yates. Yates, you could tell this Cardinals team, they're not used to the speed here. Yates looking for an opening. He gets it to Bullock. Bullock directing traffic. The Cardinals are going to reset. 10 on the shot clock. They've got to make a move now. Yates from 3 puts it up. Off of the rim. He does not make it, and Wilson grabs the rebound. And Jalen Yates 0 for 2 to start this game. Now the Dragons on the response. This Dragons team, they play fast and they play aggressive. Here is Baptiste. He gets it to Murphy. Murphy, it's stripped away by Yates. A good steal. Murphy may have accidentally kicked his own shot. Yates tripped up. He gets it to Reese. Money going for the line. Won't get it. His shot arcs over the basket and into the hands of O'Meach Wilson, who just subbed in. Now the Dragons on the response. Wilson finds Baptiste. Back to Wilson. Wilson pulls up. Back to Baptiste. Now Baptiste fighting his way into the paint. Tries to go to Wilson, but instead it's stolen away by Reese. Now Reese lunging his way, gets it to Smith, but Austin loses track of it. Reese rips it out of the hands of Wilson, who had stolen it away. Jalen Yates now with the ball for 3, and it's off the rim again. Jalen Yates has missed 3 straight three-pointers. Fourth time has to be the charm at this point. You could tell this Cardinals team, they're getting tired out there already. CJ with the steal, though. Their defense is starting to get opportunistic. CJ gets a big steal there off of that pass by a Dragon. Whew, it's going by so quickly, I'm having trouble keeping track of the names. I'm trying my best here, folks. Bullock gets it to CJ. CJ with the jumper, won't go. Yates gets the rebound. Yates trying to get out of harm's way. He gets it out to Reese. Cardinals will have to reset. Bullock calling out a play. He's right in front of our scorers table now. Here's Bullock, scything his way, trying to get to the rim, puts up a shot. Oh, it rolls around the rim and falls back into the hands of Murphy. Another missed opportunity for the Cardinals. Now Murphy on the response. Gets it to O'Meach Wilson. Wilson has trouble corralling it, gets it back out to the other Wilson. Here's Baptiste under the basket. Quick passes, they're trying to get it out, trying to get out to three-point range. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Shot goes up, won't go. Austin Smith with the big deflection. There's a scrum for the ball. They're fighting for it. It rolled out of bounds. Let's see who it goes to. We'll have to wait because the Cardinals called a timeout. A frantic start to this game. 7-2 the score. The Dragons have the lead. So we got 14 minutes, 35 seconds to go in this first half. It has been a wild one. Well, folks, while we have this time for this timeout, just want to give a big shout out to everybody here at CCBC Catonsville who helps get these games going on. And as always, a special shout out to my cameraman for this event, the star shortstop of the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals baseball team, Mr. Orlando Perez Jr. Once again, folks, baseball season is coming up. Orlando and the rest of the guys are headed down to Florida to kick off their season this week. And we'll have all of their home games live here on the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals Network. 7-2 the score, 14 minutes, 35 seconds to go. It's been a frantic game so far. Bullock inbounds it to Maurice Smith, and we're underway. Reese passes back to Bullock. Bullock, quick pass out to Kurt Smith Jr., who's checked into the game for the Cardinals. As a traveling violation is called, Jr. got it to CJ, and CJ took one too many steps as he was trying to get underneath the basket. Another sub in for the Dragons, number 4, that's Jalen Bowie, who is checked in. Bowie wearing a face mask to protect his nose. He might have a facial injury. Bowie going to get a shot right off of transition. Won't go. But the rebound is grabbed by, well, it was grabbed by the Dragons for a second, but CJ stole it away. He finds Bullock. Bullock gets it to Reese. Reese can't move. He's boxed into a corner, gets it back to Bullock. They'll have to reset here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Bullock looking for an opening, pulling up. Wild shot to CJ. CJ puts it up and in. A great play there. Bullock, that pass looked like it was a shot. It looked like he was trying to get it into the rim, but it sailed over the basket and landed into the arms of CJ, who scored. Now the Dragons on the response. Murphy gets it to Ethan Wilson. Wilson passes it out to Murphy. Bowie, back to Bowie. Bowie sides his way through traffic, pushes to the rim, won't go. Austin Smith gets the rebound. Dragons a bit slower on that possession. Here's Bullock fighting his way to the basket, loses track of the ball. It goes out of bounds, and they are going to say it's Dragons' ball as we got 2 substitutions coming in. Andrew Mills is re-entering the game for the Dragons and also entering the game for the first time tonight. Number 2, Shane Taylor. Taylor, the freshman guard out of Ellicott City, Maryland, graduate of Centennial High School. Shout out Ellicott City. One of my best friends is from that area. Dragons right back to what they were doing earlier. Quick passes like a flurry. Bowie gets it to Taylor. Taylor getting some action right off of the bench. Back to Bowie. Bowie fell for a second, gets back to his feet. Here is Omich Wilson. It's ripped out of his hands by Reese. He gets to Bullock, wide open. Bullock lays it up and in, and the Cardinals are within 1, 7-6. Now the Dragons trying to break out of this full court press. Here's Taylor fighting his way towards the basket. He thinks better of it, gets it out to Murphy. Murphy, quick passes again. Here's Omich Wilson, puts up a shot, won't go. Mills is able to secure the rebound, and he scores despite being boxed in by a couple of Cardinals. Now here come the Cardinals on the response. Bullock directing traffic, fires it to Reese. Reese goes back to Bullock, bounce pass. Taking his time. Ooh, bad pass by Reese. It deflected off of Murphy's boot. You could hear the sound. It was loud. 5 seconds of the shot clock. Cardinals got to get a shot up. Here's Junior. Deep 3. 30-second violation. His shot is well short of the line. The Cardinals got distracted there as here comes some subs. Entering the game for the Cardinals, number 2, the freshman guard from Pikesville, Maryland, Carlos Green, at entering the game for the Dragons. Number 21, Kobe Baptiste is back into the game. At entering the game, well, re-entering the game, number 22, Marquise Freeman. So a couple of starters back into the game. Quick passes here by the Dragons. Here is Freeman for 3, won't go. Taylor manages to secure the rebound. He gets it to Mills in the middle. Mills puts up a shot, won't go. Austin Smith deflects it. Taylor now with the rebound. He's boxed in. Passes out to Baptiste, who has trouble corralling it. He gets it to Bowie. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, and on that pass, Taylor tries to grab it, but it deflects off his hands and goes into the crowd. Possession will go back to the Cardinals. As checking into the game for the first time tonight for the Dragons is number 13. That's Cameron Watts, the sophomore guard from Columbia, Maryland, graduate of Boys Latin High School. Now the Cardinals trying to respond. Watch out for Carlos Green. He has Division I experience. He played at Mount St. Mary's. If there's anyone here who can come up clutch, it's him. Here's CJ. Off the pass from Reese, won't go. Rebound taken by the Dragons. Taylor taking his time now. Dragons have slowed the pace of the game. Here is Watts. Watts tries to get it, scrum for the ball. A foul is called. Let's see who it was on. It was on Catonsville. That's Catonsville's second. First one for junior, Kurt Smith Jr., that is. Talented freshman who actually got the starting role a couple of times early in January. Inbounds pass goes to Watts. Watts finds Taylor. Taylor finds Baptiste. Back to Taylor. Back to Watts. Quick passes. Watts for 3. Almost in. Just misses it. Rebound taken by the Dragons. Taylor charges the basket. Won't go. But his shot is tipped in by Mills. Makes it 11-6 in favor of the Dragons. Catonsville now looking to respond. Here is Reese. Reese finds CJ. CJ finds Junior. Junior finds Reese. Reese back to CJ. They're going for that triangle offensive attack. It won't work. It's stolen away as CJ hits the ground. Oh, CJ's hurt. CJ is hurt. There was a missed shot there by the Dragons. Taylor with the ball now, avoids Austin Smith. He's going to be fouled as Austin landed on top of him. Oh, Taylor now hurt. CJ back to his feet. I got distracted there for a second. CJ was on the ground clutching his thigh. The foul was on Austin Smith, his second. CJ on his feet, but our athletic trainers are keeping their eyes on him as he is clutching his thigh. Either he twisted it or he may have injured a groin muscle, but he is up and moving. That's good. 2 shots will come up here for Shane Taylor for the Dragons as he was fouled by Austin Smith. And he misses the first. Big shriek coming from the crowd. We have an amazing crowd out here tonight for this game, folks. I mean, I've seen some great crowds in the past, but this crowd is really good. As entering the game for the Cardinals comes big Chizitir Opara, the freshman forward number 24 from Largo, Maryland, as he replaces Maurice Smith. Taylor will have a second shot, and this crowd, I am very pleased to see just how many people have shown up. He makes the second. So a semi-successful trip to the market there for Shane Taylor. Makes it 12-6, a 6-point game for the Cardinals as we're about halfway through this first half, 10 minutes to go. Quick passes between Junior and Bullock. They just keep passing it back and forth. Junior gets it into CJ. CJ puts up the jumper. Got it! Christopher Johnson, nice score there, makes it 12-8. CJ's up to 4 points on the night, as he and Bullock have combined for all of the points so far for the Cardinals. Here's Baptiste. Ooh, he's got Butterfingers having trouble corralling the ball. He gets it out to Watts. Watts passes it to Mills. Mills for 3, off the rim, but bounced back into the hands of the Dragons. Another shot by Taylor, and Chizitir Opara, we call him Chiz. He secures the rebound. Here's Bullock in transition. Finds Carlos. Los for 3. Airballs it, and it falls into the hands of Marquise Freeman. So now on the response come the Dragons. Here's Mills, signaling, trying to get Baptiste to get a pick. Mills spins, gets it out to Freeman. Freeman goes back to Mills, 10 on the shot clock. Mills for 3. Off the rim again, Loesch with the rebound. He gets it out to Bullock. Great defensive stand there by the Cardinals. Now here's Junior. Junior finds Chiz. Chiz, it's tipped. Gets it back to Junior. Junior drives to the basket, puts up a shot. He falls, won't go. Another missed opportunity for the Cardinals. Taylor in transition. Gets it to Watts. Watts scores with a nice layup. 14-8 the score now with 8 minutes, 48 seconds to go as the Dragons, their speed is just taking over this game. Now the Cardinals need to respond. Here's Bullock surveying the territory in front of him, looking for an opening. He finds Junior. Junior gets it to Los. Los gets it to Chiz. Chiz puts up the hook, won't go. Rebound taken by the Dragons. Baptiste secures the rebound there. Taylor finds Freeman. Freeman to Watts. As in the backcourt, there was a collision as Baptiste and a Cardinal player got tangled up, and a foul is called. The foul is going to be on number 2, Carlos Green, as he and Baptiste exchanged some words. As here come the subs. Entering the game for the Cardinals comes number 3. That's the freshman guard from Randallstown, Maryland, Iru Pettis. Very good, very talented player. Benjamin Murphy re-entering the game for the Dragons, and also entering the game for the Dragons, making his first re-entering the game, is Ethan Wilson. So on the floor for the Cardinals, it's Bullock, Junior, Chiz, Carlos, and Iru Pettis, who just checked in. On the floor for the Dragons, Taylor, Wilson, Murphy, Baptiste, and Freeman. As the refs are waiting here, they're trying to get the game clock situated, it looks like. Is it that? No, something else. I think they were having a discussion with the Catonsville bench about something. Didn't catch what it was. Inbounds pass goes to Murphy. Murphy finds Baptiste. Baptiste thinks about a 3, instead pulls up, finds Taylor. Taylor in the paint. Taylor shoots. Taylor scores. Shane Taylor gets his first shot of the day. The Cardinals now have to respond. They trail by 8, 16-8. They just have not been able to account for the speed of this Dragons team. Bullock pulls up for the jumper. Off the rim, rebound taken by the Dragons. Coming up slowly in transition. Dragons waiting to explode. Here's Taylor, passes to Murphy. Murphy finds Baptiste. Baptiste gets it back to Taylor. Taylor trying to get to the baseline, finds Freeman. Freeman puts up a three, won't go. Junior with the rebound. Lucky break there for the Cardinals. Here's Los in transition. Thinks about it, finds Chiz. Chiz back to Los. Los looking for an opening, gets it to Junior. Junior finds Chiz. Chiz puts up the floater and got it. Cardinals hit double digits, 16-10 with 7 minutes to go. Gotta say, this has been a very low-scoring game so far. Very defensive-oriented, but that's like the women's game we had earlier. It was a low-scoring game. My kind of basketball, if you ask me. Baptiste, nice pass out to Wilson. Wilson gets it to Murphy. Murphy trying to get around Chiz, who's being a great wall there as a foul is called. As Murphy tried to push it in and couldn't get around Chiz. And the foul is going to be on Carlos Green. That's going to be his second. The team's 5th. No fouls have been called against Howard so far, but 5 against the Cardinals. And Catonsville head coach Great White, he is not pleased about that. Murphy will shoot 2, and he misses the first. Substitutes heading into the game. Entering the game for the Cardinals comes the talented freshman center, Caleb Green. He actually got the start to start the year off, and meanwhile, Andrew Mills re-enters the game for the Dragons. Murphy's second shot, is up and in. He makes both 17-10. Cardinals trail by 17. On the response, here we go. Junior gets it to Chiz. Chiz drives, blocking a foul, and that's going to be the first one called against the Dragons, and they can't believe it. The foul was on Murphy, and that will send Chizatiro Para, or as we like to call him, Chiz, to the line to shoot 2. The rest of the Cardinals huddled up at midcourt discussing strategy. As Chiz makes the first, it's an almost all freshman lineup for the Cardinals, with Keith Bullock Jr., the only sophomore out there on the floor. Bullock, by the way, he leads the Cardinals in almost all statistical categories, despite having missed much of the season due to injury. He has put in the work this year. Chiz makes the first, and he makes the second. Great trip to the line for Chizatiro Para. It's 17-12, a 5-point game. Closest the Cardinals have been in a while. Howard on the response. Wide open, Wilson under the net, but he misses, and Chiz gets the rebound. He flips it out to Bullock. Bullock with a hop and a skip. He gets it to Gray. Gray for 3. Off the rim, and a foul is called. The foul, it's going to be against, let's see who it is on. It's on the Cardinals, Iru Pettis. That's his first of the team's 6. They only have 4 more fouls to give. 6.5 minutes to go in this first half. Dragons on the response. Baptiste finds Freeman. Freeman finds Murphy. Murphy looking for an opening. He's got it to Baptiste. Wide open lane. Baptiste scores easily. And, I don't know if that was premeditated, but as he's working back in transition, he bumps into Pettis pretty hard. Baptiste already has exchanged words with Carlos Green during this game. Pay attention to him. Here's Bullock. Bullock looked like he had a 3, may have taken an extra step, wasn't called. The bench wanted one. Gray fighting for it. Gray dishes it out to Chiz. Chiz looking for an opening. 10 on the shot clock. He finds Junior. Junior behind the back pass to Bullock for 3. Off the rim. Chiz grabs the rebound, and a foul is called. See who the call is on. It's on Kobe Baptiste, his first, team's second. As a quick subs coming in for the Cardinals, Maurice Smith entering the game as he replaces Kurt Smith Jr. Jr. so far tonight has 2 assists and 1 rebound. He's cooking up something good there. Bullock will inbounds for the Cardinals right under the basket. He finds Gray. Gray pushes up into the paint, puts up a jumper. Won't go. Wilson grabs the rebound. Back underway. He's being hounded by Bullock. He breaks away from him, gets it out to Murphy. The score is 19-12, 5.5 minutes to go. Baptiste looking for an opening. Pettis all up in his business. Breaks it up. Couple of quick passes to get it to Wilson. Wilson finds Mills. Mills directs traffic. Finds Baptiste. Blocked out of midair by Maurice Smith. Here's Smith streaking down the basket. Oh, but it's blocked by Freeman. A couple of big blocks there. The team's exchanging blocks. Murphy on the response. Finds a wide open Wilson for three. In and out. Rebound taken by Mills, and he scores. 21-12. The Dragons lead. Cardinals try to respond. Here's Gray. Three to beat. Gray puts up a shot, and it's blocked again by Freeman. Caleb Gray cannot escape from Marquise Freeman. He keeps blocking his shots. Now the Dragons trying to extend their lead even more. Ooh, good play there by Chiz. He knocks that pass out of Mills' hands. Mills wants a foul. He's not going to get it. Substitutes are coming in. Shane Taylor, and Jalen Bowie re-entering the game for the Dragons. And entering the game for the first time tonight for the Cardinals is, let me just turn my roster so I get his stats right, freshman forward number 35, Jonathan Chester out of Largo, Maryland, graduate of Largo High School. Another very talented freshman for the Cardinals. They have a whole armada of them. Inbounds pass goes to Taylor. Taylor finds Mills, guarded by Chester. Mills trying to shoot right over Chester, misses. Rebound taken by Freeman, and he scores off the rebound with a nice spin around and a hook. 23-12 is the score, 4.5 minutes to go. Here's Money Smith. Maurice puts up a shot. He's fouled. It rolls around the rim, doesn't go in. Let's see who the call is on. The foul is going to be on Andrew Mills. That is his first and the team's third. Mills, by the way, leads all players in the game with 8 points so far as Maurice Smith goes to the line to shoot two. And Maurice will miss the first. It goes in and out. Here comes the second. The rest of the Cardinals have already fallen back in defensive positions. He's got it. 23-13, a 10-point deficit for the Cardinals, but plenty of time. They've got 4 minutes to go in this first half, and they've got another half to go too. There's plenty of time to make adjustments. We saw that last night with the Super Bowl. Wide open Bowie, and he scores. 25-13. The Dragons are laying it in. Here's Maurice on the response. Maurice dodging his way through traffic, and he scores. Maurice Smith. A big-time basket there for the Cardinals. Keeps it at a 10-point game, 25-15. Bowie looking for an opening. Feints a pass to Wilson. Now he actually does pass to Wilson. He gets it to Freeman. Freeman finds Taylor. Taylor still on the outside. Here's Wilson for three. Airballs it and goes out of bounds. Possession to the Cardinals. As Jalen Yates is re-entering the game for the Cardinals, replacing Caleb Gray. The Cardinals are going to let the ball just roll out here to preserve some time. 3.5 minutes to go. Here's Maurice looking for an opening, gets it to Ira Pettis. Pettis tries to get to Bullock under the basket, but it rolls out of bounds off of Bullock's fingers. Possession will go to Howard. Taylor will inbound it for the Dragons. He finds Wilson. Wilson hands it off to Freeman. Freeman finds Taylor. Taylor gets it to Bowie. Bowie gets it back to Freeman. Freeman back to Bowie. Bowie trying to push his way to the baseline. Gets boxed up, stolen away. Bullock intercepts the pass. Bullock streaking down. Gets it to Jonathan Chester, who lays it up and in. Big time play by the Cardinals, makes it 25-17, and with 3 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock, timeout is called by Howard. It'll be a full timeout, folks, so we'll be right back after 1:15.
Howard 25, Catonsville 17.
With 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this game, it's been a tight one so far. The Cardinals, they've had a lot of chances, but they've missed a lot of shots. It'll be interesting to see at our halftime stats what their shot percentage has been. Here we go. Wilson will carry it out for the Dragons. Howard, they've lost a little bit of the speed that they had at first, but they're still going for an aggressive look here. As Taylor puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound secured by Chester. Good rebound. Chester gets it to Bullock. Bullock finds Reese. Reese charging his way to the basket. he was sideways in midair putting up the shot, and he's fouled. Now let's see who the call is on. The foul's going to be on Mills, his second, so he's the first Howard player with more than one foul. And Maurice Smith will go to the line to shoot 2. His first shot is swish, a good one. Kobe Baptiste checking back into the game for the Dragons. Rest of the Cardinals have fallen back on defensive positions. Here is Maurice Smith for his second. To make this a 6-point game. He got it. 25-19. Cardinals are within 2 possessions. Wilson on the response, gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste hands it off to Bowie. Bowie circling the perimeter, gets it to Taylor. Taylor looking for an opening, gets it back to Baptiste. Baptiste, another circle, gets it to Wilson. Wilson over to Taylor. They're trying to break free for a 3-pointer, but they can't manage to do so. Bowie gets it to Wilson. He's heavily guarded. Cardinals aren't letting them up. 10 on the shot clock. They break out the play. Chester with the steal. Oh, he has trouble corralling it, and it lands right at our feet. Great defensive play there by the Cardinals as the ball rolls right to our broadcast table. Howard will have possession here. Inbounds pass goes to Bowie. Bowie gets it out to, let's see, Murphy, who scores. He got it to Freeman initially. Freeman found Bowie under the basket. Bowie scores, makes it 27-19, 8-point game. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, Maurice nearly caught sleeping. He's trying to charge the basket. He tries to get it to Chester. Chester fumbles it out of bounds. Another turnover for the Cardinals. That has been their Achilles heel in this game. They just cannot get out of their own way. Now on the response, here come the Dragons. Freeman finds Murphy. Murphy puts up a shot, and he got it again. Oh, Benjamin Murphy has been on a hot streak the last 2 possessions as he makes it a 10-point contest. And the Cardinals, their momentum starting to disappear just a bit. Here's Maurice charging to the line. Oh, it's stripped from his hands. No foul was called. There may have been grounds for one to be called anyway. Here's Bowie on the response. Dodging through traffic, finds Freeman. Freeman feints a 3, passes out to Murphy. Murphy gets it to Taylor. Taylor gets it back to Bowie. Bowie looking for an opening, gets it back to Taylor. Taylor gets it back to Freeman. Freeman trying to get to the paint, finds Murphy. Murphy boxed in, gets it to Taylor. Taylor sides his way through traffic, and he's fouled. Should be a trip to the line coming up here for Shane Taylor. The foul was on Jalen Yates, his first, team 7th. 3 more fouls to give for the Cardinals. 1-1 here for Shane Taylor. And he's got the first. One more shot here for Taylor. And he's got the second. 31-19. One minute left, and the Cardinals are going to try and end this half on a high note. Here's Reese trying to push to the basket. He gets it to Yates instead. Yates gets it out to Chester. Chester for the jumper, mid-range, sinks it. How about Jonathan Chester, the freshman, getting it done? Makes it back 10-point game again, 31-21. Here is Bowie. Bowie is able to get it to for 21. That's Baptiste. Baptiste gets it to Freeman. Chester breaks it up. Bullock with the steal. Bullock charging the basket. Lays it up and in. Took an extra lap around the rim, but like that, it's 31-23. Cardinals are closing within single digits. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Bullock hounding Bowie, trying to get that break up on the pass. Scrum for the ball here. Still fighting for it. The Cardinals defense won't let them get close. Final seconds ticking away. 6, 5. Taylor with a shot, and he sinks a three. Ooh, that hurts. That's going to do it. One last shot by Jonathan Chester just misses the rim, and we're going to go into the half, folks. 34-23. Whew, what an exciting first half. Cardinals trail by 11, but hey, they're still within striking range. We'll be back in 15 minutes with the start of the second half.
play-by-play for softball or baseball?
Both. Yep, I do it for all the sports. Plus running the website and social media. So, yeah. This year it's helpful because we got a bunch of awesome interns like our buddy Rashad here. They make it so much easier. Last semester we couldn't even live tweet some games because we didn't have enough people working. Now it's like we do.
Do they have drink machines in this building?
We do not, unfortunately. I think we do on the lower levels, but I think they're inaccessible for the games. We do have a water fountain. All right, I gotta get back in the broadcast real quick.
34-23 is the score here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Jack Manley Wellness and Athletic Center as we are getting set for the second half of what has been a thrilling game of basketball so far between the Dragons and the Cardinals. Let's take a look at our first half stats. For the Dragons, 34 points. They've shot 14 of 36 from field goal range, 2 of 10 from three-point range. They have just struggled immensely out there. But they've gone 4 of 7 in the free throw percentage. 4 turnovers, 6 points off of turnovers, 26 total rebounds, 13 offensive, 13 defensive, perfectly balanced as all things should be. 7 assists, 0 blocks, 2 steals, 4 fouls. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, 23 points. They've shot 9 of 26 on the evening, 0 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from free throw range. So they have been hitting their free throws. 7 turnovers, 0 points off of turnovers, 10 rebounds, 1 offensive, 9 defensive, 6 assists, 1 block, 7 steals, and 7 fouls for the Cardinals. Individually, the leading scorer for the Dragons is a tie between Shane Taylor and Andrew Mills with 8 points each. The leading rebounder has been Marquise Freeman with 7. Leading assister has been Benjamin Murphy with 4. For the Cardinals, leading scorer has been Keith Bullock Jr. with 6. Leading rebounder is a two-way tie between Chisatiro Parr and Keith Bullock with 2 each. Leading assister is a tie between Kurt Smith Jr. and Keith Bullock with 2 each. Here we go. Back underway. Reese inbounds it to Bullock on the floor for the Cardinals. It's Austin Smith, Maury Smith, Jalen Yates, CJ, as immediately the Cardinals going for a much faster pace. They have definitely adapted. Here's Yates struggling to get that pass. Yates puts up a 3, and he's nailed it. Jalen Yates finally finds pay dirt and hits his first big 3 of the night. On the response now are the Dragons. It's Wilson. It is Wilson, Baptiste, Freeman, Murphy, and Mills. Oh, there's a dunk there by Baptiste as he breaks free on a lane and manages to get that shot in. Cardinals now responding. Here comes Bullock, charging, scything his way to the basket. It's knocked out of his hands by Mills. Into the hands of Murphy. Murphy finds Wilson. Wilson lays it up and in, and quick points off the bat makes it 38-26. Cardinals now trying to respond. Ooh, right in front of us, a scrum for the ball. Wilson manages to get the steal, but he stepped out of bounds. His hand was out of bounds when he made the steal as he fell right in front of us, and possession will go to the Cardinals. It'll be Maurice Smith inboundsing it for the Cardinals. They trail 38-26. Inbounds pass will go to Bullock. Bullock looking for an opening. Finds CJ. CJ. Back to Bullock. Bullock charges the basket, puts up a shot, won't go. Austin Smith grabs the rebound, puts it up, won't go again, off of the backboard. Rebound taken by the Dragons. Here's Wilson on the response. Wilson stolen by Maurice. Big steal by Maurice Smith, and he's going to be tripped up and fouled by Marquise Freeman.
Howard foul number 22, Marquise Freeman,
His first to the team's first here. We're about 2.5 minutes into this second half, and already the intensity just as wild as it was in the first half. Here's Maurice Smith. Inbounds pass, gets it to Bullock. Bullock gets it back to Maurice. Back underway we go. Maurice sizing up his opponent. He's going to charge in, can't get through. Gets it to CJ. CJ lays it up, and he's fouled. And CJ will head to the line to shoot 2, no doubt.
Howard foul number 33, Andrew Mills takes the third, team second. 2 for Christopher Johnson.
Two shots here for Christopher Johnson. He'll miss the first as Mills checks out of the game, and Entering the game, let's see, I believe is number 12. Yes, that is Omich Wilson. He played a little bit in the first half, but did not do much outside of a rebound. And CJ will miss both. An unlucky trip to the line for CJ. Score remains 38-26. Dragons trying to respond. Here's Freeman. Freeman gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste for three, misses. Bullock with the rebound. Bullock tripped up on the rebound. He keeps it up, gets it to Reese. Don't know how that managed to work. Reese tries to get it to Austin Smith. There was a miscommunication. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession to the Dragons. As now entering the game for the Cardinals, number 11, the freshman guard from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Dunbar High School, Kaye Poland. And that gets a big reaction there from the bench. Poland, he has had some very good performances in this second half of this season. First half, he mainly rode the bench, but he came out strong as he's going to cause a foul right there on the inbounds pass. Right off the bat, pulling, causing a foul there. That will send number 21, Kobe Baptiste, to the line to shoot two. Just double check, make sure it's two. Yes, it is. His first shot off the rim, no good. Second shot. Big bounce, won't go. Austin Smith with the rebound. He hands off to Yates. Yates boxed in on the full court press, gets it to Reese. Reese, ooh, bad pass is intercepted by Wilson. He finds the other Wilson. Scrum for the ball, tripped up, Reese with the steal. Reese charges the basket, puts it up, and he's fouled and will head to the line. Very different complexion to the second half here. The foul was on number 10. That is Benjamin Murphy, his second and the team's third already. So that'll send Maury Smith to the line to shoot two. The rest of the Cardinals falling back on defense. He's got the first. And he has got both. Cardinals, 10-point game, 38-28. Catonsville going for the full court press. They're tripping up Wilson. They're trying to get it to him. Bullock not trying to draw a foul. Wilson charges, tries to get to the basket. Instead he flips it to Freeman for three. That hurts. Freeman nails that three-point shot. 41-28 with 17 minutes to go. Inbounds pass, deep inbounds pass to Kaye Poland. Ye manages to grab it, gets it to Reese. Reese fights, gets it to Ye. Ye puts up a shot, got it! 11-point game, 41-30. Cardinals respond, and a good response. Wilson trying to find an opening, pulls up for the jumper, nails it. Wilson with a big shot there on that jumper. Now the Cardinals need to respond. Here's Reese right in front of us. Finds Yates in the corner. Yates back to Reese. Reese finds Bullock. Bullock sees an open lane, goes through it, puts up a shot. He's fouled and lands hard, but he's okay as he's helped to his feet. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It was Marquise Freeman. His second. Freeman, by the way, has cracked 10 points. First player tonight to have double-digit points. Bullock will miss the first and rackets off of the rim. As the refs now are going to have a discussion at midcourt. Substitutes coming in. Jalen Bowie back into the game for the Dragons as the refs are having a discussion here. Well, I'm curious what they mean. Something to do with the shot clock, apparently. I think they had an issue with the shot clock operator. Second shot by Bullock. Off the rim again. Fruitless trip to the line for Keith Bullock Jr. Dragons on the response. Here's Bowie. Did a lot of the ball handling duties in the first half. Bowie gets it out to Murphy. Murphy back to Bowie. They're tiptoeing that line. They're awfully close to being out of bounds. Freeman back to Murphy. Murphy looking for an opening. Gets it out to Baptiste. Baptiste finds Wilson. Wilson to Bowie. Bowie again. Less than 10 on the shot clock. Freeman looking for an open lane. No look pass. Gets it to Murphy. Wide open. Puts up the shot. Lays it in. And Benjamin Murphy is up to 7 points on the night. Reese, deep pass to the corner. Yates for three. Off of the corner of the rim into the hands of Freeman. Jalen Yates had a rough night. Here's Baptiste. Streaky down. He's stopped. They have to reset. They go back out to Bowie. Bowie finds Murphy. Murphy looking for an opening. Charging the basket. He's going to be fouled as he tries to get into the paint. The foul is on Yates as we have subs coming in as Austin Smith and Kaye Pullen exit the game. Jonathan Chester and Chisatira Opara enter the game for the Cardinals. Inbounds pass will immediately go to Murphy and contested. He fights through a double team and scores. 47-30. It is a 17-point advantage for the Dragons. They're making it look way too easy as they get a big steal there. Omich Wilson with the steal. And back the other way comes the Dragons. Quick passes, they get it to Baptiste. Reese slips trying to guard him. Baptiste is fouled as he goes to the line, and he will shoot two. Foul's going to be on Jonathan Chester, his first to the team's third. Two shots here for Kobe Baptiste. He nails the first. Subs coming in. Shane Taylor re-entering the game for the Dragons. Kurt Smith Jr. back for the Cardinals, and also back for the Cardinals, it's the rookie, Darian Jones, number 50, the freshman guard for Baltimore, Maryland, a brand new addition to this Cardinals team. I call him a rookie. He is a freshman, but because he joined the team midway through the year, I consider him a rookie. Baptiste makes both and extends the lead to 19, 49-30. The Cardinals, they got to get the momentum back on their side. Here's Chiz, finds Bullock. Bullock scythes his way through traffic, puts up a tough shot. Oh, it rolls around the rim and instead falls into the arms of a Dragons player. There's a fight for the ball, jump ball, possession to the Dragons. As Freeman and Bullock fought for that, and Coach White wants a timeout. Well, folks, during this timeout, we just want to direct you to a little interesting little side project we've been working on here at CCBC Catonsville. If you're interested in the inner workings of CCBC Catonsville athletics and want to get to know more about your favorite coaches and players and athletic staff, then we've got the show for you. It's Inside the Nest, the brand new podcast here at CCBC Catonsville. Inside the Nest will provide monthly updates on some of the exciting games that the Cardinals play. You'll get to hear interviews with coaches, maybe some interviews with players. We're working on that. And you also get to hear about all the behind-the-scenes stuff of what happens and how a community college athletic department runs. That's Inside the Nest, the brand new podcast at CCBC Catonsville. Full episodes available on our official YouTube channel. New episodes come out each month, and links to individual episodes can be found on our website. That's Inside the Nest, your inside look at the world of CCBC Catonsville Cardinals athletics. Coming out of this timeout, it's 49-30 with 14 minutes, 46 seconds to go in this second half. The Cardinals desperately need a injection of momentum on their side. Quick pass off the inbounds pass and a traveling violation called against Bowie as he took one too many steps. Now Bullock trying to respond. He finds Junior. Junior gets it to Chiz. Chiz has it stripped away from him by the Dragons. Bowie on the response. Puts up the layup. Scores. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for an extra shot. And with that, it's now a 21-point deficit for the Cardinals, 51-30. As what was a manageable game for the Cardinals is falling out of their control as Carlos Green re-enters the contest for the Cardinals, as he will replace Chiz on the court. Bowie's first shot is no good. Took a couple extra bounces there. Bullock with the rebound. He flips it out to Junior. Junior back to Bullock. Bullock back to Junior. Junior finds Jones. Jones back to Junior. Quick passes. Junior gets it to Chester. Chester jumps it. Banks it in. Jonathan Chester, big time basket there. And the Cardinals are back within 20. 51-32. Now trying to respond are the Cardinals, and they might get a response, but they won't there. Bullock was able to get the stripped on Baptiste, and they're going to call that a foul. It's the 5th one for the Cardinals. That's Bullock's 2nd and the team's 5th. As this will send Baptiste to the line once again to shoot 2. And he's got the first. He makes both, 53-32. On the response, Carlos gets it to Jones. Jones, deep pass out to Bullock. Bullock gets it to Junior, back to Bullock. Bullock drives up towards the basket. Shot in and bucket. Keep Bullock Jr. Quick passes here by the Dragons as they try to respond. Taylor goes for the shot, gets his own rebound, has it stripped away, grabs it again, tries to connect. Somehow Bowie is able to snag it away as the Cardinals defense coming up good here. Jones streaking in, here's a 3, sank by Marquise Freeman. 56-34 with 13 minutes to go. Quick passes by the Cardinals. Junior. Carlos for 3 for the corner. Off of it. Jones gets the rebound. Swiped out of midair by Freeman. Bullock screams in to grab the rebound and he scores. 56-36. 20-point game. Cardinals need a response. Need a big stop on defense too. Freeman gets it to Taylor. Taylor will find Mills for 3, and he sinks it. Another 3. They're raining threes here. Howard has pushed it to 59-36. Jones for 3 after several feints. In and out. Oh, so close. Rebound taken by Freeman, and the Dragons now, with 12 minutes to go, 59-36. They are firmly in control. Freeman finds Bowie. Bowie looking for an opening. Floats it, scores. 61-36. Catonsville just cannot stop the onslaught of the Dragons. Jones finds Chester. Chester trying to break through. Puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound taken by Mills. And the crowd is calling for a timeout. They want this Cardinals team. They need some rest. Dragons coming again as Carlos is going to foul Bowie there. Substitutes are headed in as entering the game for the Cardinals, Austin Smith and Maurice Smith. And entering the game for the Dragons, a newcomer, number 5, that's Trey Keys, the sophomore guard from Columbia, Maryland, making his first appearance of the night. Keys immediately finds Mills. Mills spins and is called for a traveling violation. A couple extra steps there. Back we go on defense are the Dragons. Offense, Cardinals trying to get something going. Still time for a comeback, but it's going to need a miracle at this rate. Bullock finds Junior. Junior pulls up, finds Reese. Reese looking for an opening. He's going to take it himself. Puts up a wonky shot, won't go. Reese grabs his own rebound. Now Reese scythes it to Jones, but it goes out of bounds. The possession back to the Dragons. And you can feel the energy getting sucked out of this arena, ladies and gentlemen, as this Cardinals team just cannot keep up with the Dragons anymore. Quick passes once again by the Dragons. Freeman for three, misses it. Mills with the rebound, stripped. Keys grabs the rebound and scores, and then gets a big reaction. A huge reaction from the bench. Trey Keys gets his first points. Here's Bullock now, scything his way to the basket, finds a wide open Jones. Jones for three, won't go. Freeman with the rebound, nearly stripped away. Puts up a wonky pass for Keys. Jones saves it, tiptoes the sideline. A good try there by the Cardinals. It's right in front of us. Maury Smith tried to grab the pass from Jones, as Jones had to tiptoe the sideline, but wasn't able to keep it from going out of bounds. O'Meach Wilson has re-entered the game for the Dragons, as now here's Keys. He finds Wilson. Wilson gets it to Bowie. Bowie finds Taylor. Taylor to Wilson. Wilson is pass tipped and stolen by Maury Smith. He gets it to Austin Smith, who lays it up and in, as Austin is able to avoid Trey Keys coming in from behind. Keys passes out to Bowie. Bowie gets it to Wilson. Wilson back to Taylor. Taylor back to Bowie. Bullock scoops and knocks the ball, and it lands in the hands of my cameraman. Possession will stay with the Dragons. You know, one of these days, we had this happen in one of the last women's games that we called. A player actually collided with our bench. One of these days, it's going to happen. Somebody is going to knock our table over, and I will be laughing hysterically when it does. Taylor drives the basket, puts up a shot, fouled, and he scores. And Taylor will head to the line to shoot one extra. One shot here for Shane Taylor. Ira Pettis has re-entered the game for the Cardinals. Taylor makes it, 66-38. And with 9.5 minutes to go, folks, right now I think the Cardinals, their best hope is to close out. Here's Pettis, can't complete again. Keith Bullock in the backcourt is like, I can't believe it, we just cannot score. Here's Trey Keys charging the basket, puts up a floater, won't go. Taylor grabs the rebound, trying to find an opening. O'Meach Wilson tries to put up a score, won't go. As now another tip and another rebound for guess who? The Dragons. Keys for three, won't go, and with one on the shot clock, Cardinals back in control. Bullock pushes his way to the basket, puts up a shot, won't go. They just cannot find the basket, as here's a wide open Taylor, but Mills put too much power in the pass and it goes out of bounds. As now entering the game for the Dragons. Watch out for this guy, folks. Sophomore center number 24, Stephen Dorr from Juba in South Sudan, standing at a menacing 6'11". He's the tallest player out there. One calls images to mind of I'm forgetting the name of the player, the Sudanese basketball player, the extremely I'm forgetting. I'll think of the name eventually, as there's a scrum for the ball under the basket, and Dorr picks it up. Taylor up and misses, but Omich Wilson is able to respond as finally the Cardinals call a timeout.
Catonsville timeout.
While we have this timeout, folks, I'm going to try and find who the name of that player is. I can't believe I'm forgetting it. Oh my, okay, I finally found it, folks. So the player's name who I was trying to remember, Manute Bull, was the Sudanese basketball player back from the 80s and 90s who was just the tallest player on the court. Well, that is who Stephen Dorr is reminding me of with all 6'11" of him. Foul right there off the inbounds pass. A charge going to be called here against Howard. The foul is against Trey Keys, his first, as entering the game comes Cameron Watts to replace Shane Taylor, as Howard, with 8 minutes to go, leading 68-38. Looks like they're just going to have their bench players play the rest of this contest. See what they can do. Bullock will inbounds it, finds Pettis directly under the basket. Pettis puts up a shot. It's just swatted out of his hands by Stephen Dorr. I mean, that's not even fair. That man is too big to be playing basketball. Foul called here against Howard. We'll wait to see who it's on. That foul was against the Cardinals. I got distracted there because a Catonsville fan just tried to walk out on the court and had to be restrained. Okay, well, they're escorting the fan out, so it looks like we're going to avoid any situation. As Bowie misses his shot, rebound is taken by the Cardinals. That was a bizarre situation, folks. I'll explain at the next stoppage in play as Maurice charges the basket right into the chested door, and there's a foul. I mean, at this point, probably. 2 shots coming up here from Maurice Smith. Now that I have the stoppage in play, on that last possession, the reason I got distracted, there was a fan sitting to the right of me who got up and started walking across the court looking like he was going to go for the Catonsville bench. Apparently, he had something to say to the Catonsville bench, but the person that he was with restrained him as Maurice Smith makes his first free throw. And said person has been escorted out of the building by their friend. So thankfully, we avoided a situation. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that happen tonight. Tempers appear to be running high. And it's not just on the court. Second shot will not go. Watts gets the rebound. Watts flips it to Keys. Keys sides his way through a double team, gets it to Bowie. Bowie looking for an opening, gets it back to Keys. I don't think Keys was expecting it. They get it to Watts, wide open, and he scores. 70-39, 31-point lead for Howard. As the Cardinals, again, they're having ball control issues as Keys strips it away from Bullock and a foul. That's Bullock's 4th. He's 1 away from fouling out of this game. He's only scored 10 points tonight. Only member of the Cardinals to get double digits. Meanwhile, Marquise Freeman has 13. Shane Taylor and Andrew Mills have 11 each. Chizitiro Parra enters the game to replace Caleb Gray for the Cardinals. Two shots coming up here for Trey Keys. Excuse me, 1-1. CJ re-entering the game to replace Iru Pettis. You've got 7 minutes to go. It's 71-39. This arguably is looking to shape up to be one of the, as Keys misses his second, Chiz with the rebound. We'll hold that thought until later. Reese tries to get to a wide open CJ through his hands and out of bounds. And if that play doesn't sum up what this game has been like for the Cardinals tonight, I don't know what has. It just feels like this Cardinals team has been off tonight. Quick update on that security situation, folks. Our game day administrator, Mr. Phil Mooney, has headed to the back to check out the situation. So we hope everything is okay. Here's Watts. Chiz blocks that pass and scoops it out of midair. Here's Chiz striking his way, gets it to Bullock, and a foul is called as he was wrapped up before he could get the pass off to Bullock. It looks like it's going to be a 1-and-1 again. The foul was on O'Meach Wilson, his second, as 1-and-1 for Chisatir Opara. And he mixed that first one. Chiz will go for a second. In and out, and O'Meach Wilson secures the rebound. Cardinals going for a full court press. Watts wide open, gets it to a wide open door. He dodges, tries to get it to Wilson, but it's stolen away. Okay. Cardinals get a good break there. Here's Bullock on the response, charging towards the basket. Bullock puts up a shot, won't go. Rebound secured by Wilson. He gets it to Keys. Keys streaking down the court. Keys puts up a shot, in! 73-40, and now the question is, how many points will this team score? As Bullock's pass to Junior goes out of bounds, and it's going the other way. And well, folks, I know we still have 6 minutes to go, but is it too early to say that this one might be over? Because it's got that feeling that it is. Howard has just dominated the second half. The first half, Catonsville was able to keep it within arm's reach, but this second half has been completely dominated. And the crowd is definitely showing their displeasure as they are beginning to exit out of the game. Stephen Dorr scores there as Maurice now puts up a shot, won't go. My goodness, the Cardinals, I think they've missed 5 straight shots. Here's Bowie wide open, puts up a shot, contested. Watts grabs the rebound, gets it to Dorr. Dorr back to Watts. Watts finds Keys for 3, won't go. Rebound collected by Junior. Junior now fighting his way to the basket aggressively. Will they count the basket? I think they will. He does score. Yes, basket counts, as there was an extra foul tacked on there. Foul was on Watts, his first and the team's 8th. Subs are coming in now as Carlos Green and Darian Jones enter the game for the Cardinals, and making his first appearance of the night for the Dragons, number 3, Kaleem Jennings, the sophomore guard from Severn, Maryland, graduate of Meade High School. So now it's all bench players out there for the Dragons as Junior makes his free throw. 75-43 with 5.5 minutes to go. And for Howard right now, this is a good chance for them to test out some of their bench talent. Out of bounds. Wilson got tripped up as he was trying to corral the ball, went out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Dragons. Excuse me, to the Cardinals. I'm a little too used to saying possession will go back to the Dragons. Carlos guarded by Keys, looking to get around him. He finds Junior. Junior will get it to CJ. CJ pushing his way, spinning, floats it, and he scores. Takes a bit of a tumble at the end there, and remember, he did injure his hip earlier in the game. He's a little slow to get up as Carlos comes in to try and get the steal, and he's successful. They managed to knock the ball out of bounds, and they're actually going to say possession will go to Catonsville. Cardinals trail by 30, 75-45, with less than 5 minutes to go. So a miracle comeback is still in the works, but the Cardinals need to be absolutely perfect, and they kind of struggled to be perfect today. CJ is able to secure that ball, that pass from Carlos. CJ looking for an opening, puts up a shot. He gets hit to the ground. He wants a foul. No foul's called. Ball went out of bounds. Possession to the Dragons. Here's Jennings with his first action as he gets the inbounds pass from Watts. Jennings trying to break free from Junior. Gets it back to Watts. Watts finds Wilson. Wilson looking for an opening. Gets it to Keys. Keys gets it to Dorr, but Dorr can't corral it. And Carlos gets the steal. Cardinals coming the other way. Here's Junior. Junior, nice handles. Spins away. No look pass to Jones. Jones up. Oh, so close. Rebound grabbed by Chiz. Gets it to Carlos for three. Knocks it down. Carlos Green with the big-time three. 75-48. Well, if anything, the Cardinals now can play for pride, and they're definitely playing a bit better here than they were at the start of this half. As here's Keys. He's double-teamed, and he has to pass it away to Jennings. Jennings directing traffic. Carlos getting up towards him. He gets it back to Keys. Keys looking for an opening. Finds Dorr. Dorr flips it to Watts. Watts looking for an opening. Watts finds it to Wilson. Wilson for three. Won't go. Rebound taken by Jones. And Howard didn't even attempt to grab that rebound as Jones tries to go coast to coast, and he is fouled on the baseline. Howard wouldn't even go for that that rebound there. That's how far ahead they are. The foul's on Jennings, his first, and he was a bit slow to get back to his feet. He's still kind of hunched over. Hopefully nothing serious there as Darian Jones will go to the line to shoot two, excuse me. Misses his first, he'll have another chance. On the court for the Cardinals right now, it's Jones, Jr., CJ, Carlos, and Chiz. Meanwhile, on the court for Howard, it's Jennings, Keys, Watts, Dorr, and Wilson. Oh, Meach Wilson, that is. Cardinals full court press starting to feel the pressure. Here's Jennings trying to push his way towards the paint, puts up a shot, and he scores. And that gets a good reaction from the crowd and from the bench as another bench player scores. Oh, Jones got smacked hard. Big collision there as Jones goes down. He's helped back to his feet as he collided with Wilson and Dorr as he was trying to catch that pass. He got stuck between a double team and got hit hard. He's okay. The foul's on Jennings, another foul for him as he was part of that collision, and that will send Jones back to the line to shoot two. We've got 3 minutes to go. It's 77-48. This game well out of hand for the Cardinals. They're just trying to finish off strong as Jones makes it 77-49. Kaye Poland, Jonathan Chester re-entering the game for the Cardinals as, well, this is going to be an interesting situation. The Cardinals have an all-freshman lineup out there. I think this is the first time all season I've seen them run an all-freshman squad. They normally have at least one sophomore out there to essentially serve as the field general, but now they're going for all freshmen, and it looks like both teams are using this garbage time to test out some moves as Junior steals the inbound pass, won't go. Jennings avoids a foul, breaks away from Junior and Carlos, but he's tripped up near midcourt. Foul is going to be on Carlos, his fourth, the team's 10th, and they are officially over the foul limit as that will send Jennings to the line to shoot two. As I was saying earlier, both teams now are going to use this time to test out their bench players and most likely take a look at their squads for next year. We are approaching the end of the season as Jennings goes to shoot his first and makes it 78-50. As entering the game now for the Dragons comes number 15, Donathan Medley, the freshman forward from Baltimore, Maryland, graduate of Rock Creek High School. So both teams basically are running their B teams now. It's a good look of what these two teams playing next year will look like, unless there's any transfers. 79-50 is the score, as Howard has pretty much opened up a 30-point lead and held it for much of this second half. Here's Jones looking for an opening, steps back for the jumper. Hey, Darian Jones knocks that one down. Keys pushing, loses control of the ball, stepped out of bounds, possession to the Cardinals. 79-52, 2.5 minutes to go. I'm not going to say a miracle is possible, but you never know. Just putting that out there. They're going to reset the shot clock to 20 here. Carlos Green will inbounds it for the Cardinals. Oh, miscommunication. He tried to get it to Jones. Jones wasn't ready. Watts steals it, but he misses the layup. Wide open layup. Here's Carlos trying to get it back. Los trips, gets it to Chester. Chester for the jumper. In and out, rebound taken by Keys. A bad miscommunication by the Cardinals there as Keys pushes his way through traffic. 2.5 minutes to go. He gets it to Watts. Watts for three. In and out, rebound taken by Medley. He has it knocked out of his hands. They're going to say it was Need out of bounds. And Catonsville is going to have possession here. Now the Cardinals on the response. Jones looking for an opening. Pulls back for the jumper. He gets shoved to the ground. Out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Cardinals as the Dragon was the last to touch it. Here we go, here we go. Junior will inbounds it to Jones. Jones, corner three. Oh, he hits it! How about that? And meanwhile, Junior gets tripped up with Medley and hits the ground. No foul called. Cardinals triple teaming now as they're basically saying, we don't care anymore. 2 minutes to go. Oh, Door with the slam! Off the alley-oop from Keys, and, well, that was a statement. 81-55. Junior puts up the jumper, won't go. Door with the rebound. He dishes it out to Jennings. Jennings boxed in by Jones, trying to get away. Nice handles. He breaks away. He's having trouble corralling it. Jones with the steal. Ooh! Jennings slams it to the scorer's table as a foul is called as Jones tries to get up as Jennings is still not up. He hit the scorer's table hard. He seems to be okay, but he's clutching his shoulder. He's back on his feet, though, as this game has gotten very aggressive here in garbage time. It's 81-55. I mean, Cardinals are going to lose this game, but they're playing with a lot of heart out there. I got to give them credit. As Jones will head to the line once again. The foul was on number 5. That's Trey Keys. Jones misses his first. Now Jones will go for 2. Well, 1 in this case, as he missed his first. He's got it.
Jones makes 1 out of 2 for Catonsville.
Jennings flips it out to Medley. Medley spins, loses track of the ball, out of bounds. Possession will stick with the Dragons. Jennings will inbounds it for the Dragons as they lead 81. He gets it to Door. Door gets to Medley. Medley finds Keys. Keys pushes, puts up a layup. He's fouled as he goes up and over, and he scores. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to say it was a charge on Keys. The crowd did not like that one. That tells you how many Howard fans are in attendance. As Keys scored there, but he went up and over Junior, and I guess the refs decided against that. Junior directing traffic, final minutes. Pass was deflected. Watts has got it. Oh, that's going to hit our score. Oh, it almost happened. He almost had somebody crash into the table. I'm turning to my cameraman now as I say this. We'll be lucky if we make it to the end of the season. Somebody is going to hit us at one point. Cardinals will still have possession as we got a minute to go in this game. Here's Kaye pulling. Puts up the shot, won't go. Might have been a goaltending there, but no one got it as Chester wraps up Medley. There's another foul called. As 2 shots are coming up here for the Dragons.
Catonsville foul number 35, Jonathan Chester, his second. Catonsville. Donovan Medley shoots 2.
2 shots here for Donovan Medley, trying to get his first points of the night. And if he does, the Dragons will have had every member of their roster score. As I say that, commentator's curse strikes. He misses his first. He's got one more chance here. And with that, The Howard Dragons have accomplished something that not a lot of teams can say they've done in a game, and that is have every member of the team score at least 1 point. That happens a bit more frequently than you think it would, as Jones puts up a 3 and misses it. But still, it is quite rare when it does happen. Jennings streaking down the floor with the rebound, gets it to Keys. Keys puts up a shot and a foul is called. And Keys will head to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Darian Jones. Jones, by the way, has had a career night so far, 8 points, 2 rebounds. The rookie's having a great night despite all the problems that he's played most of his games in the second half of the second half. Keys makes his first. He's got both. 84-56 with 34 seconds to go, as Cardinals now going to probably dribble this one out with 30 seconds, or at least try to get one last shot off. No, they're going to dribble it out. There is a 4-second discrepancy between the shot clock and the game clock, but this one is pretty much going to be done with, folks. Leading scorer for the Cardinals tonight was Keith Bullock Jr. with 10 points. Leading scorer for the Dragons was Marquise Freeman with 13. It was an ugly one, folks, but the Cardinals still played hard the whole way through. They just could not keep up the speed as Jr. puts up a shot at the buzzer, misses it, and that'll do it. The final score here tonight, 84-56. The Howard Dragons get their 18th win of the season. They advance to 8-1 in conference play. Catonsville falls to 10-15, 3-7 in conference play, and that's a rough one for the loss for the Cardinals, but it's okay. Next up for Catonsville, they've got a sibling rivalry game against sister school CCBC Dundalk coming up on Wednesday, February 15th at 6 p.m. That's going to be an away game, but you can always head out to the CCBC Dundalk campus to watch that game. Next home game for the Cardinals will be their final home game of the season as they host Montgomery College Friday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Be there or be square. We thank you, everybody, for tuning in for tonight's doubleheader. Unfortunately, it's going to end up as a doubleheader loss for the Cardinals as both the men's and women's teams fall, but that's what happens sometimes in the world of basketball. It was great to see an excellent crowd out here tonight. Both games, pretty fun games despite being lopsided. We once again thank a big shout out to everybody at CCBC Catonsville who helps us get these games underway. Final score, 84-56. The Cardinals drop this one. This is Isaac Donsky signing off. We will see you folks next time. Have a great evening.